Today on Knife Banter, we're going to talk about the hole in your collection. Let's talk knives.
Oh yeah.
How's it going, guys? And welcome to Knife Banter. Today we are going to be looking at the top 7 Spyderco knives. And we got George on.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just doing sales and grails. We got George here to talk about all sorts of grails.
Man, I love me some Spyderco. These are all grails. I think I have one of these.
One of these. He has one of them. That's okay though. So the way that we determine this, guys, is this is based off of your guys' favorites. This is based off of the knives you guys buy the most and the ones that we hear you talk about the most. So
if you see your favorite that is not on here, it's your fault because you didn't buy enough.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we are going to jump right in with the obvious, right? You can't talk about the top 7 Spyderco knives without talking about the Paramilitary II. So this particular one has S110V or S35V. This is S35VN. Blade steel, G10 handle. It's got that sweet 4-way reversible pocket clip, the compression lock on the back, and of course that sweet Spyderco hole.
Yep. What I love about the Spyderco hole, the Spidey hole as they call it, is the flick that you get out of it.
Yeah, the flick is always good. So I'm going to do it on camera, and I'm probably going to cut myself. So, you know, it is what it is. Oh, see?
Whiff.
I can do it all day.
Double whiff.
I can do it all day, guys, but you put me on camera. Oh, there we go. George has got you. So let's get the camera on George, and George is going to Spidey flick for you guys real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Can you do it? Can you do it? Ah, see, I told you guys.
I can't do it from this weird thing. There you go. That's it. Let's see if I can do it left-handed. No one can do it left-handed.
Left-handed.
Oh,
there you go. George is the expert here, guys. So anyways, Spyderco Paramilitary II, this is just a tried and true classic. It's a workhorse of a knife. And the interesting thing about that is I hear guys using this all the time for pretty hard work. For me personally, the tip always seemed a little delicate for that.
Like, I've never seen one break.
Yeah,
but
I feel like I would break it, but a ton of you guys out there are working construction. You guys are taken to the sandbox, like the whole 9 yards, and the thing keeps coming back for more. So really great knife with that awesome compression lock in the back that you're gonna see on a handful of knives on the table. So, yeah.
Yep. And his little brother that I've been flicking, this is actually the one I have on the table, is the Para 3, which is just a little bit smaller. It still has excellent ergonomics and a nice forward finger choil. I mean, you can see the size comparison there.
Yeah, the Para 3 is actually my favorite Spyderco knife. There's some close seconds on the table, but Para 3, favorite one.
Yep, and just take the expert's word for it. The Para 3 needs a lynch clip. Get one.
I will say that the first thing that I did when I bought my first Para 3 was I bought a lynch clip along with it. So make sure to check out Casey Lynch Clip stuff.
And probably the most popular Para 3 is the Para 3 Lightweight, which is like the bug out killer. It's everything you wanted, but it's so light.
Yeah.
And that wire deep carry pocket clip, it's excellent.
Yeah, and I think that's the bug out killer, right? So
maybe a bug out competitor, I should say.
Competitor, right? And that's the interesting thing is I think the bug out did set a precedent for a lot of knives in the industry, and we're seeing lightweight knives from a ton of people. I mean, even Cold Steel has a lightweight knife coming out this year. But the Para 3 Lightweight has definitely been a very, very popular version of not only the Para 3, but of those lightweight knives. Now, we sat down with Talon Sai recently, and he said that this is his favorite version of the Para 3 currently. Like, he's carrying this on the reg. And I just haven't been sold on it yet. I need to get one in my pocket because I'm worried it might be a little slippery. And I really like a good retention on my knives.
Yeah, but the Para 3, at least mine, chews up my pockets a little bit.
Does it? Interesting. I don't get that with mine. So, all right, cool. So next up we have Para 3 Lightweight goes for what, like
$98? $98. And
then
the G10 ones start around $140-ish.
Yeah, $140-ish. And that Paramilitary 2 goes for $150, $60, somewhere in that range. Check the website for current pricing. So next up we have the Spyderco Tenacious. Now this one's a pretty cool one. This one goes for about $47.50 on the website.
I lied, I have a Tenacious too.
See, here's George. Here's George Spidey flicking but lying to us. But yeah, this is a great little knife, $43. It's a 8CR13 MOV knife. You got the G10 handle again, that 4-way reversible Spyderco pocket clip, and this one has a liner lock on it. So great little workhorse. These things go on sale from time to time. They come in a ton of different flavors, coated, non-coated, different colors, G10s. Yeah, Great little knife, great little workhorse.
Yeah, what I love about the Tenacious is this is often a first knife for people. Like, people are just getting into knives. They see some of these big dogs on the table that are going for $150, which for us who are dyed-in-the-wool knife addicts.
Yeah, 150 is like,
Oh yeah, I could swing that.
I guess it's a nice entry knife.
Yeah, but you get a lot of knife for $50 here.
Yeah.
And it's a great action. It's got the Spyderco name to it. It's awesome. And I'm just glad that it exists because it gets people into the amazing world of knives.
Exactly, yeah, and it really is just a great first knife, a great second knife, or even a gift, right? Like if you're looking to get a buddy a knife that may not be into pocket knives, the Tenacious is a really really nice one to go with. And again, that goes for around $50 on the website.
Yeah. Now, a certain man who is near and dear to our hearts, named Ben Peterson, loves him a Delica.
True.
Especially this blue one.
Yep, it is the correct blue.
Yep. The Delica is one of the Japanese-made knives. It has a lock back, and this is one of the best knives you can get around $75, in my opinion.
It is really, really good. It's got this one comes with a VG10 blade, I believe. Yeah.
VG10 blade and that tall, flat grind. This thing slices. It's light. Honestly, it reminds me a lot of the Pair 3 when you put them next to each other. But you can't really close it as easy, and it's really hard to Spidey flick a lock back.
Yeah.
But you can do it. It can be done.
I will say, I have said this on camera before about the Delica, and I've been chastised. So it is very possible once it's broken in. I've never owned a Delica to break one in enough to do it with. So out of the box, not so easy.
Yep. This is actually my wife's favorite knife. I found out.
Nice. Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, great little slicey knife. And this is something that Spyderco does when we're talking about slicey. Like, so many of their knives have full flat grinds or just really unique flat slicey grinds. And that's something that I love about Spyderco. If you guys haven't, make sure to check out the video that we sat down with Eric Glesser and did like new 2020 stuff with Spyderco a little while back. Go check that video out. Probably a link somewhere around here. But yeah, they pay so much attention to not just the design of the knife, but also the grind of the knife and the type of steel and how they're heat treating, and they just do an incredible job all the way around.
Yeah. My favorite little feature about the Delica is, like I was saying, my Pair 3 chews up my pocket, and this has a nice grip, but then there's this little Spyderco logo right here, and the pocket clip sits perfectly on top of it.
Yeah.
So it won't grind your pocket to
a lot
bits.
smoother. Nice, right on.
Yep.
All right, cool. And that one goes for what, around 70-ish?
Around 70-ish.
Cool, right on.
$84.
$84, right around $84. And always check the current pricing. If you're watching this in 2057, maybe they don't even make that knife anymore.
I hope that never happens.
All right, guys. As you know, with Knife Banter, we always like to take some of the knives on the table and go out and have some fun. So we took some knives and went and carved some soap. Let's see what we did. All right, guys, so we are gonna test some knives out by carving some soap. As you know from the last time we spun the wheel, we've got some beautiful Irish Spring. This segment's brought to you by Irish Spring. Not really, but Irish Spring, if you're watching and you want to sponsor some knife content, hit us up. I'm gonna be using my trusty Para 3. This is an M4 in JG10. This is probably my favorite Spyderco of all time. And George, what are you gonna use?
I'm using his Shaman.
Yep.
I've been fiddling with this thing, and maybe I super love it. I don't know.
Yeah, he's sitting here and he's like, maybe I need a Shaman. So anyways, we got 20 minutes on the clock. We're gonna be, what shape are we gonna attempt to get out of our
We're gonna
soaps?
try to get a spider out of this.
Okay. I got a timer at 20 minutes. And go.
Okay, guys, you got 1 minute.
Dude,
I've got this in the bag, Zach.
you got it? Oh, dude, I don't think I got it. I'm not confident.
Okay, 10 seconds.
You don't stand a chance, Zach.
I got this, dude. I got this.
Put in like the chop music.
This is gonna happen. All right.
Time.
All right.
Okay. All right. We're carved.
We've carved.
George, how do you feel?
I feel great about what it ended up being.
Okay. show the good people on YouTube. What do you got there, buddy?
So we began with the intent to carve spiders, but mine turned out looking more like a Christmas tree. 'Tis the season, everybody.
All right, I'm just gonna warn you guys, if you're arachnophobic, don't look at the screen because this is the most lifelike bar of soap spider you're ever gonna see. Boom. Okay, here's the thing though. He's got the pincers. Look, I got the eyes in there. He was in the Spider Wars, and he had a hard time in the Spider Wars.
You guys tell us which one's the best spider. Let us know down in the comments. Maybe we'll send one of you lucky winners out there these film carvings.
All right, guys, let us know down in the comments who you think did a better job. We just want to know.
Yeah, I'm curious. I think we're both pretty bad at this. I don't know how anybody ever made anything out of olive wood.
Definitely, definitely. All right, guys, and now let's check out Sales and Grails. All right, guys, welcome to Sales and Grails. Since George is here with us at the table, we brought Tyson, or as you guys know him, the great Uncle Shaky, to come on and show us some Sales and Grails. It's been a minute, buddy.
Yeah, it has.
Good to see you.
Going?
Good to see you.
Good,
Yeah.
Pleasure
Love it.
to see you.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got?
Sales first. We got a Case Knives Trapper
Yeah.
with this. Let me do
Toasted bone.
it. Toasted bone. Yeah. They just discontinued these, so we were able to put them on sale, and we got these going at a pretty good price, as well as all the other ones in the Case Knives on sale category. So
Sweet.
check them out.
Yeah, we'll have a link down in the description. Check it out. Cool. What we got for Grail? You never disappoint.
No.
Oh, he's got the gloves.
Guys, he's really not going to disappoint.
This one is actually like my personal grail.
Ooh,
Oh, boy.
okay. I'm getting
It's
serious.
one of them.
And you should see this guy's knife collection. We need to do Uncle Shaky's knife collection. It is phenomenal.
If you guys want to see Uncle Shaky's knife collection, let us know down in the comments. 100% we will make it happen if I see enough people want it.
All right. So.
Jeez, it's wrapped up in everything.
Yeah, I know. I gotta be careful. So this is a custom Mina folding knife by one of my favorite makers, Hara, from Japan.
Oh, wow.
He's known for doing very unique finishes on, copper handles, any of the materials he uses, as well as awesome blade finishes. And this one is actually engraved by hand. So when he sent me a list of what he had available, accompanied with this one was a video of him literally just tapping at it with a hammer.
Cool.
So this one I had to pick up. Fantastic, gorgeous.
For Blade HQ, it is available. That's what Tyson does, is he purchases
Yeah,
it, so
sorry.
you guys have cool knives.
It's like $1,700. Definitely out of my range. But
Yeah, definitely a grill. though.
yeah.
Boy, is it
all
beautiful.
that hand engraving. I don't want to mess up the patina or anything on the copper, so I
Yeah, got the gloves.
got to
the
glove up
gloves.
just in case.
Perfect. Well, thanks so
Yeah.
much for showing us that.
You got it.
That is pretty sweet. And of course, you can't come on without showing us what you're carrying.
So what's on my belt again today, guys? I got a Winkler belt knife today.
Ooh, that is pretty.
Guys, I don't have the money to buy this, but I bought it anyways last week. So
I think we've all been there.
yeah, I've been on a huge fixed blade kick, and I found a convenient way to carry it on my belt. So
Sweet.
time to pick up a Winkler.
Right on, man.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for coming on. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you got it.
Yeah.
All right, you're the
Guys,
man. We'll see
enjoy.
ya.
All right, guys.
Take this back with me.
Perfect.
See ya.
Later. All right, guys, welcome back to the table, and we are going to jump in with the last three that we have for the 7 best Spyderco knives. And next up on the list is the Spyderco Yojimbo II. So this is a Michael Janich design. It's got S30V blade on it, G10 construction, that sweet 4-way reversible pocket clip that we keep highlighting. Something that I love about Spyderco is most of their knives are fully ambidextrous. Like anybody can carry them, super easy to carry, no big deal. Now, obviously, with the compression lock, right, it's kind
a
of
little easier on the right.
It's a little bit easier on the right hand.
But it can be done left-handed.
Yep, exactly.
Way easier than a liner lock.
But still ambi. So anyways, so this is a really great knife. This knife was actually designed by Michael Janich as kind of his perfect self-defense knife. But it is also incredible for everyday tasks. With that Wharncliffe blade, it's just a great utility blade for anything that you need it for. So
Yeah. Man, I think it looks weird though.
yeah, it is a very weird looking knife. I mean, and this is something that's kind of unique and fun about Spyderco is I would say Spyderco puts out weird looking knives, right? Like you look at this or you look at the Dodo, right?
Oh,
the Dodo
Dodo's
is
a weird thing.
I love it. I love it. Like I don't know what it is. Like
It feels so good in the hand.
it does.
though.
It does.
is
And there's just
so
something about that like weird little blade. Like oh man, I love it. And same with the Yojimbo. Like when I first saw the Yojimbo before it handled one, I was like, that's not my jam. And then I handled it and I was like, this is actually kind of a cool knife.
good. Yeah, and I see Lions out in receiving. This thing just eats packaging for breakfast. There's no
Yep.
like no comparison.
For
So
sure.
good.
So anyways, something kind of neat and fun about Spyderco is these interesting designs that they're very utility based in a lot of their designs. And so sometimes when you look at the design, you're like, what is that for? it's probably because it's specifically built for a task, right? And once you know what task it's built for, then you're like, that makes sense.
Yeah. It doesn't make for a look cool though all the time, but who needs it to look cool when it cuts well?
Exactly, when it does the job so dang well. So anyways, Spyderco Yojimbo II, that goes for about $150 on the website.
Yep. And over here we've got
See you guys,
No one will
Spidey
ever
flick
get
on
it on
camera every time.
we've got the Shaman. Actually, y'all convinced Zach to get a Shaman last year. Was that last year? Or is that 2 years ago?
No, it was 2 years ago now.
Wow,
yeah,
time
yeah.
flies.
Time flies.
Yeah, the Shaman's pretty amazing. It's just a burly knife.
Yeah. At the time, it was the biggest knife that I had in my collection. We made some micarta scales for it. That was super fun. But yeah, I really love the Shaman. I love the Contour G10 handles. I love the just kind of, again, utility, right? It's just a big utility knife. Like the thing just wants to go to work. So yeah.
Yep. The only thing I dislike about this, I literally like everything about it, but when you close it, there's this little nubbin if there, I don't know if you can catch that on the camera, of steel that pops out and it bothers your finger and it just drives me a little nuts.
Yeah, you definitely...
It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You definitely have to get used to closing the Shaman. And even me, like, having had one for so long, like, it'll still hit my finger from time to time. Here, we'll get a swing on that close. So if you know where to grab it, it's not a problem. But for a long time, it was something that I was like, oh yeah, like it hits your finger. So
Yep. The Pair 3 doesn't have that problem.
the Pair 3 does not have that problem. And what does the Shaman go for?
The Shaman, sorry, I'm behind on papers. Always. Goes for about 202.
202. Yeah, great knife, great utility knife. And speaking of utility knives, number 7 on the list is the Spyderco Spydiechef. This is kind of an interesting knife.
Yeah.
So it's an LC200N blade steel. So it's like a very rust resistant blade steel. It's full titanium construction with the Reeve integral lock, wire pocket clip, and that is two-way reversible. It's got this really big belly on it. Interestingly enough, they call this blade shape sheep's foot.
Yeah.
Which I can see, you guys know the rule, it's a modified sheep's foot.
I call that more like whale face.
Yeah, well, this is a whale face blade design. It was made famous a few years ago, you probably have heard of it.
See you open it up, grabbing a bunch of krill.
Yeah, no big deal. But yeah, no, a really, really interesting knife that has kind of taken a lot of Spyderco owners by storm. Like, you guys have bought a ton of these Spydiechefs.
Well, I mean, it's built super well, and at, what is it going for? Like 230 something?
Yeah, 234.
234. Like for a knife of this build quality with these materials, that's a very competitive price.
It is.
Like this is running with Chris Reeves and doing it just fine.
Yeah, with how nice it is, with the construction, this is a really, really sweet knife. Now, this is from a designer that I've only ever heard Nick Shabazz say the name. George, how do you say it?
Sleesh, apparently?
Sleesh. And that might just be the way that Nick Shabazz says it.
There's a lot of things that are just the way he says it.
Exactly.
Like the Shaman, apparently.
Yeah, the Shaman. You guys know how it is. So anyways, but it's a design from a custom maker that it was brought to production. And something else kind of neat, the LC200N, it was actually a steel that was designed for NASA to be corrosion resistant.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so kind of a neat thing. So you get a little bit of a rocket ship on your knife as well while you're cutting up your vegetables.
Yep. And I do like the whale face. May I borrow this for a sec? I like the whale face because it really facilitates a good cut on the table. Because like if you have your Delica here, your hand kind of gets in the way if you're doing that. But this, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. No, it really is for like you guys who refuse to buy a kitchen knife and want to just use your pocket knife. Spydiechef all the way.
That's the knife for you.
Cool. Now, it wouldn't be Knife Banter if there wasn't some sort of a surprise at the end of, you know, what knives we've got on the table. So we wanted to do a top 7, but we could not talk about top knives from Spyderco without talking about the Spyderco Smock. So the Smock has an S30V blade. It's got this really nice textured carbon fiber. It's got a button compression lock, which is kind of interesting. I
wish they'd just pick one personally.
Yeah, right. Like it's just kind of an interesting design. And then two-way reversible pocket clip. So I just wanted to throw this out as an honorable mention because I know a ton of you guys are crushing on the Smock, and that goes for $175 on the website. So Spyderco has been doing knives for years. They started back in the late 70s, early 80s, and they continued to innovate. They continue to push things forward. And what I love about this is a bunch of these on the table, they have different locking mechanisms, they have different steels, they have different price points, and that's exactly what you can expect from Spyderco.
Yeah. And one thing I really love about Spyderco is on each of their knives, it has, at least the USA made ones, it has Golden Colorado USA Earth.
Yeah.
And especially in the knife world, we hear people sort of dividing us all along country lines. Like, oh, that's made in China. I'll never carry that. But Spyderco just reminds us, it's all Earth, people.
It's all the same.
It's a beautiful, beautiful place, and knives are cool, and let's all be happy. And I
love
like
it.
that.
I love it. All knife. I say it all the time. Knife people are the best people. Sweet. Well, guys, let us know down in the comments what your favorite Spyderco is, which ones you carry most often, and if we didn't have your favorite on the table, let us know. We'll be in the comments, so we'll see you, and maybe we'll give you a shout out or two. And I think now we're gonna go over to the collection connection. All right, guys, welcome to the Collection Connection. This is your corner of Knife Banter. If you use hashtag BHQ Collection on Instagram, use that to put your knives, collections, knife stories, whatever you got. We go through it every week and we pick some of our favorites. Today, we have Zinx EDC. And what's he got going on here, George?
He's got a tops thing. What is it called?
It's a Viking Tactics tops. You guys can see it here. Yeah.
They'll put it up there. He's got a brass key bar. He's got is that a Ridge wallet?
Some sort of cool bamboo wallet.
Yeah, he's just got an excellent everyday carry going on.
He really does. And so we always creep on everybody's Instagram when we go to choose the picture, and he's got some cool pictures on there. So it's Zinx EDC. Go give him a follow on Instagram.
Seems
and
like
make
a pretty
sure,
cool guy.
Yeah, he does. Make sure to use use that hashtag on Instagram to get your stuff featured. We also feature some stuff in the end screen. So if you didn't know that, wait till the end screen. Your picture might be there as well. All right, cool. So it wouldn't be Knife Banter if we didn't spin the wheel of indecision. Today we have Carson coming on. So Carson, come on over. And Carson is new to Blade HQ. He just started like a week ago?
Yeah,
like a week ago. So Carson can be doing some video stuff. He might be on some videos. He might be shooting some videos. Basically just making it happen. So
He seems like a nice enough guy.
let's spin. I don't know.
Thanks,
It's
George,
too
I
early to
appreciate
tell,
it.
but we're gonna throw him on anyways. Let's spin this wheel and see where we land.
All right.
Clean a fish.
Well, that requires you to first catch a fish.
All right, so it looks like next Knife Banter looks like we're going fishing, and then it looks like we're cleaning a fish. And hopefully we're doing like California legal knives or something, because that would be absolutely hilarious.
Sweet.
So anyways, that's what we're doing next Knife Banter. Carson, what do you got in your pocket today?
I have the Benchmade North Fork.
Now, is this your knife?
No,
No.
I wish it was.
Yeah. This is from the library, right?
He's
Yeah,
too new to
it's from the
knives, put him
library.
here, Reg,
Yeah.
on something.
So here's the thing, guys. Carson is like how a lot of us started in knives. He's carried knives. He has a couple knives, but he's not a knife guy yet. And we need to get him there. So let us know down in the comments, what knife should Carson get? What's his first knife guy knife
Yes.
Carson
I
should
want
get?
to know. I'm curious.
Yeah. And you know what? If you guys make enough suggestions, maybe we'll bring him on and have him talk about whatever knife it is that he ends up getting. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Yep.
Live young, drive fast.
All right, guys, and thank you for following along. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, all that fun stuff, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.
Congratulations, you made it to the end screen. So please consider hitting subscribe to the Blade HQ YouTube channel. Check out our store. We sell a lot of awesome knives, some sweet playlists over here, and then some rad stuff from you guys down below.